So today we're going to be looking at Nabu computer, which is a bit of a smart TV of the 80s. It's a project that came from Canada. It's an attachment to a TV, as you can see here. A family in front of this TV, and this sort of computer attached to it that provides smart functionality to the TV. It was really two boxes. The one on the left-hand side, the bottom one is the actual TV, sorry, is the actual computer, and the one at the top is a special adapter that provided some networking connectivity. There's a keyboard. There's even a joystick that came with the system, so that you can play some games. This is an example of the menu that you would see on the TV with this computer attached. You see this kind of a navigation menu and even games. So what I'll show you now is a bit of an unboxing of the computer that I got. So this is pretty much new old stock that has been delivered to me. I mean, this box hasn't been used. This is a brand new computer. I'll show you here. This is like 20 pounds or 9 kilos total weight. And if we zoom in a little bit more on the actual date, you will see that this box has been packed on the 18th of February 1984. So it's 38 years ago when this was prepared, when this was built. It was built in Korea, but for a Canadian cable TV provider. So that's the Nabu computer. Let's do a bit of unpacking. Yeah, I'm not very good with the knife, so watch me struggling here to open the box. But the goodies are inside, so I'm super excited opening this thing. So the first thing that welcomes us is the keyboard. There's a small box on the side of the keyboard that has just the cable for the keyboard, and the cable is quite long and it's super nice and soft. It's a lovely cable, and there's also a bit of coax cable to plug to the TV. It's a DIN 5 connection between the keyboard and the actual computer itself. That is the keyboard. I mean, it's kind of a small computer of its own. It has a microcontroller or some kind of controller inside the keyboard. Keyboard is pristine. I mean, it's beautiful. Actually, it's I'm surprised how nice the keyboard itself is. The keys remind me of the Commodore 64 or a VIC, but the feel of the keys is much better. They feel much better in touch. I'm pretty sure they would be sort of easy to use. The keyboard has two ports for the joysticks or for the controllers, for the game controllers, and this DIN connection towards the actual computer. So that's the keyboard. Okay, so included in the package itself was also this user's guide. Very nice, colorful user guide that takes you through some of the basics of the computer and how to use it and how to connect it, how to set it up. So it has pictures included, and it's all nice, colorful, and good quality printout. None of the one pagers that you get today or a link to a PDF that you're supposed to download on a computer. This is all printed format with full descriptions and everything, the setup, even how to operate the keyboard and so on. And now we're going to try to get into the actual computer. We're going to try to. Struggling to get it out of the box. It is pretty heavy. You know, it's all metal construction. It's not, you know, this plastic panel on the front, but the rest of the thing is solid metal construction. So it is kind of heavy. So let me just briefly unpack it for you here. I mean, it smells like the 80s, electronics. It's actually a very pleasant unpacking experience that I had. A bit of a Christmas come early this year for me. So that's the front of the computer, and again, it looks elegant. It looks really nice. It would probably fit, you know, amongst the other electronic gear that you had in your TV or under your TV cabinet in the 80s. Just briefly show you the back of the unit here. This RF connection to the TV, audio video jacks, connection to the keyboard, connection to the printer, and there's the connection to this external networking adapter. So once again, a quick look at this Nabu computer. Front panel, very simple, but to me it looks very elegant. I love the looks of it. I mean, it feels quality. It's you know, it looks like it must have cost a lot of money when it was made in the 80s. I already told you about the connections at the back. There's RF in and RF out to the TV. Looks like dedicated video and audio, SVD, just a composite video and single channel audio. And with the keyboard, I mean, this set looks looks amazing. Looks like really something you know, high quality, something really really nice to have in your household. I don't know how many of those things. I mean, apparently this was a failed project. It didn't really catch up. So I don't know how many of those things they've managed to sell to customers, but the one that I got was brand new. It's based on a Z80, Zilog Z80 processor running at 3.50 Hz, 58 megahertz, 64K memory. There's a dedicated video memory. There's a dedicated video chip, dedicated sound chip. Obviously, the keyboard has got its own processor inside. There's a printer port. So you know, the whole thing is kind of nicely spec'd out. In the spirit of EEV block, we're gonna first take it apart before we actually try to turn it on. So here we go. So that's the guts of the computer. I'll quickly show you what's inside. Like I said, the computer has got a few dedicated chips, one for video, one for sound. This is obviously the main CPU, the Z80 CPU. There's an EPROM there with some basic firmware. I mean, this computer doesn't come with any software. Apparently, it's running CPM, but it's not really exposed to the end user. The whole thing is meant to pull some applications out of the network and run them. There's 4 expansion ports, those white sockets you saw on the top right. Those are expansion ports for additional functionality that can be introduced later by expanding this computer. And very quickly, I'll show you how it looks like when you power it on. This is actually from the moment you reset the box. Like I said, there's no operating system. I think what it's doing right now, it's trying to communicate with the second box of the system, which is they call it the adapter. This adapter is supposed to give it some kind of network connectivity and ability to load up those applications. So that was a very quick look at this Nabu computer. I'll do more once I discover a little bit more about it, so stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.